Oh my goodness. Okay, so today we're going to be making brownie Christmas trees. Do you like the hat? Okay, and the apron. The apron goes some little well. And the slippers, look. They're really cute. Okay, so enough about my dress. So what you're going to need is 340 grams of soft brown sugar, 140 grams of plain flour, 75 grams of cocoa powder. It has to be a really strong cocoa powder for baking and for drinking. So have a look in the supermarkets, but there are stronger ones. 100 grams of chocolate chip cookies, 140 grams of butter, 4 large eggs whisked up, and then you'll need some buttercream. This is enough to make 12 cupcakes worth of buttercream, so you should have enough there. Some chocolate stars, don't know what you call them, little buttons, chocolate munchy buttons, I don't know. Anyway, little sugar coated things, and if you want some you can have some little bit of candy cane as well. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to pop this in the fridge just for a minute, just to harden up just a tiny bit, because it's gone a bit soft while we were waiting. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to melt our butter. Oh, and there's some vanilla extract there as well. So we're going to put our cocoa powder into the flour. The salt, we just 1, 2. It says just a pinch of salt, so that's all you'll need. So mix that all together. Don't worry too much because we're going to sift it in a bit, so it'll be folded. Okay, so we're going to melt this butter in the microwave, because I can't be bothered to do it on the hob. So there we go, that's me. Okay, so bring your sugar over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to put egg mixture into the sugar. Okay, let's move all these back a little bit. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to combine this all together and try not get any lumps if you can, but sometimes you just can't help it with demerara sugar or softer brown sugar. Anything like this, you can use palm sugar, anything really, but you just got to make sure this is all combined, because this is going to be the base. Okay, so put that in, mix that together. Okay, so I've put my oven to 170 degrees. I've lined a baking tray as well. Now, don't worry too much. I know brownie is normally really thick, but we want it quite thin because we want to make the Christmas trees. So, let's have a look. Woo, very good. Okay, so I'm going to get a fork. And I'm just going to quickly just mix it a little bit. Okay, so I need that to cool down just a tiny bit. So I'm going to get my sieve as well. Waiting. Okay, so do not put the chocolate chips in yet. We'll just mix this just a tiny bit more, so it goes lovely and gloopy and syrupy. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so just give it a little bit more time. So just to cool down a little bit, because if we pop it in when it is now hot, it's going to cook our eggs, which we don't really want, because we get like an eggy brownie. Isn't the best or nicest thing. Okay, so yeah, it's cooled down a little bit now. So pop it in, mix it all together. Okay, and it's at this stage that you can put in your essence, so just a drop will do. And then I'm going to take this out just a sec. Don't worry about if it goes in the egg bit, it's fine. You want to have it a little bit. So I'm going to tip a tiny bit in first and sift it. Because what I want to do is I want to combine it for it all gets stuck at the bottom. See, it's just combining nicely. It's like a little river of lava. That's what we want. And as well, with a brownie, you don't want to overly whip a brownie, otherwise you're going to take all the eggs that you've put in it. So, just a little bit more. Oh, there's a tiny bit there. I don't think it's going to come. Never mind. If it doesn't come, don't worry. Don't force it. It's probably not meant to be. So once again, turny. Okay, so I'm going to keep turning this, and then once it's all combined, I'll show you when it's done. Alright, see you in a bit, my coquettes. Okay, so it's all combined, so we're going to quickly put in our chocolate chips. And just give it one more stir. This does look delicious, I must admit. Okay, so if it isn't combined, just mix it a little as you go. Okay, so put that in. It's a big chocolatey gooey mess. Now you've got to level it out. So, level it out. Like I said, we're doing them quite thin because they're brownie bites, and they're going to be a little bit thinner for our Christmas trees. So, 1, 2, good tap, and then it evens it out. Okay, so we're going to put it in the oven for 30 to 40 minutes, depending on what your oven is like. I'm going to have a bit of a clean up, and then I'm going to come back and show you what it's like and how we're going to do them. Alright, see you in a bit, my coquettes. Bye for now. Okay, so we're going to start cutting our Christmas trees. Now, I don't know where mine went. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along. And then really you can use this as your guide. So do it upside down. It doesn't matter if they're not perfect. They are Christmas trees. Everyone needs to be a bit of a difference. Just make sure you're getting a little Christmas tree bit. Okay, now where's my baking tray? Because I put the baking tray over there. So put the ones that you have done on the baking tray. So we're going this way again. You'll kind of get an idea where your Christmas trees are once you start getting a little bit more better with them. I must admit that one hasn't gone quite how I wanted it to go, but never mind. That's fine. Okay, so here we go. So cut the tree. Just make sure you're getting that little bit of Christmassy cheer on it. Okay. I think this way's the hardest because obviously you're doing it upside down, so don't worry too much if the trees don't come out exactly the way you want them to. I am a bit of a perfectionist, but never mind. And also you have little bits so you can eat them as you go. Okay, so another Christmas tree. There. Oh, I found my stencil now. Here we go, look. Ta-da! Okay, now, where did I get my stencil from? I actually got the end of a piping bag and just traced the little bit of the tree, little bit there. So that's how I've got my tree. So we're going to cut this bit off because we don't need this bit. And I'll put that over there. I don't know if it gets chocolatey or anything like that. Just go with the flow. Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. So you get quite a few trees out of it. So honestly, if one doesn't look perfect, don't worry, because you will have some that do. But to be honest, who's not going to eat a chocolate Christmas tree? Strange person. Okay. There we go. Come on. They're coming out a little bit bigger now. I think that's because it kind of, this was our test, not our test run, but we were trying it out earlier, and because you need to leave them in the tin once they're cooked for about an hour and a half. So we left it in the tin, and I think it kind of settled in the tin, and like it went a little bit bigger in one bits and a little bit smaller in other bits, but that's okay. It's baking, that's fine. Okay, so this is why you need to go this way and that way, because of the way it is, just the way baking is. When you cut things, you'll get more out of it. Okay, there's another one. This one's coming out massive. Big Christmas trees. Okay, so another Christmas tree. Okay, so I think, looking at them, we're going to focus on these ones, but we'll still decorate these because they still look nice. These could be mini trees. So, if you put your icing in your piping bag, now let's hope it, like what happened with our other video, it doesn't explode all over the place. I bought these and it said they're guaranteed not to do it, and it did it. How naughty. Okay, so let's pop them there. I have got a little bit more left just in case. So what we want to do first is put a tiny bit there, and that will be for our star. Just going to do it. It's been a pain. I think it got a bit of brownie stuck to it. It doesn't like that, clearly. So just put your star on. Doesn't matter if two go. Okay, I'm going to pipe these and then I'll come back to you in a second. Alright, tin bin my coquettes. Okay, so swirl it up. I'm trying to do it as neat as I can, but we've lost our stars now. I think we're going to have a think about them stars. And up we go. Okay. Don't be too much if the stars don't show. You can always put a little bit more of stars on later. we go. And again. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to go as I can up the trace. Just put that on top, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some more stars on. Don't worry if you get your star. Just take the stars off.